Hello. Welcome to the Ismail drum solo course for advanced dancers. Let me tell you a little bit about this instructional program. The first thing that I want you to know is that we'll be putting together a choreography as we move through the program, but this isn't a choreography workshop. Instead, this is general dance education. The program is intended to answer the needs of your regular, ongoing, daily and weekly practice. We're working in course format. The program is a progressive series of linked classes, and this means that every time you come back, we will review some material we worked with previously, and then we'll use that material as a foundation to tackle something new. So you'll have a clear way to measure and to enjoy your progress. We have 6 lessons, and I've designed the program with the idea that you'll spend 1 or 2 weeks on each lesson, but of course, your pace and your investment is up to you. So depending on your level and how deep you want to go, this course could provide you with 1 or 2 or maybe 3 months of material. In each lesson, we'll focus on new combinations, and if you'd like to memorize the combinations, you'll have a complete piece at the end of the course, but I've structured each lesson so that you can still have a great dance class regardless of whether or not you choose to memorize my sequences. We always start with about 30 minutes of flow format technique practice, and each flow is different. We've got basic and more advanced steps and a preview of the combinations we'll use in our second half. If you're not a choreography person, or if you really are just looking for an opportunity to move and get your heart rate up a little bit, you may be satisfied with just this first half of the class, and maybe you'll choose to end your practice there. Or you can stick around for the second half of the lesson and try putting the vocabulary we've just run through into a practical context in choreography. Again, you might want to memorize the choreography or not. Honestly, it's a really difficult piece, and for most performance contexts with the general audience, you could definitely get the same mileage dancing a much easier drum solo. For the classroom though, we go to the moon not because it is easy, but because it is hard. From my perspective, the teaching value of a difficult choreography like this one, it's not so much about mastering a performance piece, it's about working with its components. We're running the combos as tools to practice and to improve transitions and precision. There's very little repetition, and the tempo is fast, so moving from one step into the next really demands command, fluency. It is almost impossible to dance the steps unless you are using clean technique. So even if you're very solid with the vocabulary that we're using, and even if you never learn the full dance, it's likely that we will transition between steps in ways that maybe aren't so familiar, and drilling that sequencing will put some new advanced technique into your muscle memory. This gives you new pathways to flow through when you improvise or when you create your own choreography, and it's a shortcut to becoming a faster learner when you work with someone else's material. Running choreography also lets us explore musicality at a really deep level. Even though the music for this piece obviously is just drums, it's pure percussion, I still tried to choreograph predominantly for melody rather than for rhythm. So rather than just hitting the accents, we have a continuous looping lyrical flow from one accent into the next. Of course, everyone's ear is different, but I hope that you will find that there's a really pleasurable fit between the music and the movements. So once you've got the combos, you can really root deep down into the music, and you can enjoy that great feeling of having the music inside your body. If you want to work further with the music, the name of the drum solo is Ismail, and it's available from Beata and Horacio Cifuentes. It's on Oriental Fantasy, Volume 9, The Heartbeat of Cairo. There's a link in the description. We're almost ready to get started, but before we do, I want to let you know that I did not include warm-ups in my classes for this course, so you will need to structure your practice to provide your own warm-up before you begin the video presentation with me. Please don't jump in cold. Each class begins with some drills for arms, and then we move into isolations at a relatively gentle pace. But you'll get the most from this practice if your body is prepared, and of course, you dramatically decrease your risk of injury. You could use a warm-up from this collection, or a warm-up from one of your favorite DVDs, or of course, you can create your own. Just make sure that you do it. Finally, if you have questions or feedback, please let me know. If there's something I've missed, or if you have an idea for a new direction to take this material, I can certainly add additional new content to this series. And if you perform this piece, or if you use any of the content in your own dances, I would love to see a video. Thank you so much for checking out this course, and I hope it gives your fluency a big boost.